All right, what's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to pick up with some calculus here. I'm going to be talking about sequences here. So we're asked to find the limit of the given sequence. So we're given a sub n is equal to 3 raised to the n all over 3 raised to the n plus 4 raised to the n. And finding the limit of a sequence is pretty easy. You just have to remember how to do it here. Let me write it down. All right, so to find the limit of a sequence, it's just the limit as n goes to infinity of a sub n. And of course, the limit exists if we get a finite value. So the limit as n goes to infinity for a sub n is equal to L. All right, so our a sub n is what we got. So we got the limit as n goes to infinity for 3 raised to the n all over 3 raised to the n plus 4 raised to the n. So what would that limit be? So typically, to make things a little easier, hopefully you remember this from calculus, when it comes to limits in infinity, you can always divide by the highest denominator power, which in this case would be 4 raised to the n. So we'll divide everything by 4 raised to the n. So this would be the limit as n goes to infinity. And we'll divide everything by the highest denominator power, which is 4 raised to the n. So that's 3 raised to the n divided by 4 raised to the n. 3 raised to the n divided by 4 raised to the n. And then that'd be 4 raised to the n divided by 4 raised to the n. And we'll take the limit as n goes to infinity in that case, thus giving us the limit as n goes to infinity. And after we simplify this, we see what we get. Well, 3 raised to the n divided by 4 raised to the n, that's the same thing as 3 over 4 raised to the n. And then that'll be all over. Looks like we'll have another situation where it'll be 3 over 4 raised to the n. And then this will be plus 1. And that's what we'll have. A little bit too much parentheses there. Let me rewrite that. Three over 4 raised to the n all over another 3 over 4 raised to the n, and then a plus 1. That's how I meant to write it. I don't know what I was doing there, so I apologize. And now we just take the limit and see what we get. All right, so this just gives us 0 over 1. 0 over any number is just 0, so we simply get 0. So the limit is 0 here. So our final answer, limit is just 0. So we can say the limit of the sequence a sub n, L is 0. So the limit exists, it's just 0. And that's your answer. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you got any questions. We'll see y'all next time.